Oh,
Hello, hello, everybody.
so exciting. Oh my gosh. Michelle, you are looking particularly juicy.
I am pretty, juicy. I'm ready to go.
I love your strawberry shirt. And what could I be? My little 3-year-old granddaughter would be like, you could be a banana, you could
Great.
be a
Aren't you glad
lemon,
you didn't say banana? But lemon, I would go with lemon.
lemon, pineapple. Yeah.
It almost looks like
Yellow
watermelon,
apples.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen in the grocery store that they have yellow watermelon now?
You know, you were mentioning that to me, and I've seen it, but have not purchased yet.
I wonder if anybody has ever tasted yellow watermelon. Does
I
it
don't
taste the
know. Let us know
same?
in the comments, everybody.
Yeah, if you know, if you just let me know, I want to use you as the taste tester and then let me know what the yellow watermelon's like because watermelon is my favorite. I love it. You know
Yeah.
what else my
Tell,
favorite is?
tell us.
You know what else my favorite is? Impression bracelets.
Oh
We're
my
waiting for and you just so happen to have some of them.
I just so happen to have some at arm's reach. And it's funny because even when I was deciding what to wear, I'm like, oh, I can do both pinks. I have like so many great options. So I was organizing my impression bracelets by a silver side and a gold side. Did you ever do that?
I
I
did
feel
not.
very organized.
Oh my gosh, you've inspired me.
So now
Those
that
are
you've all
beautiful
seen so many jewelry
choices.
stylings over these past few days. Tell us, you must have some need it or want it still on your list, right? So as we go through, comment the color and then need it or want it. Ready? We're going to do a lightning round before we officially start. Clear in silver. Need it or want it? Lavender. Baby pink. These three are all silver. Need it or want it? How about in the hematite? We have Northern Lights, Glow, which is the light brown, and black. Let us know, need it or want it with the color. All right, now let's swing over to the gold side. We have the blue, the pink opal. Again, need it or want it? Let us know in the comments. We have clear, taupe, iridescent coral, regular opal, we have turquoise, and then this last one is actually in rose gold, but it's close enough. That is mint green. Tell us in the comments, need it or want it.
Aren't they absolutely stunning? I just love those bracelets. And there's a style of dress out there now called high low, and the movie stars and everything are doing it, but they'll do something from like H&M, or your daughter, she goes to Fashion Institute of Technology, right? And you said they
Yep,
thrift a lot. They thrift a lot. So
all the
they'll
time.
have like inexpensive things that they got maybe at Goodwill or H&M or Walmart, but then they'll have a high, like a Louis Vuitton or a Gucci purse or red bottom shoes or something like that. So people really do. People my age sometimes will make the mistake of saying, I don't get really dressed up anymore. No, those impression bracelets are to wear like with the little bracelet that your granddaughter made you. Like that is a high-low kind of like they call it
Yeah.
street chic. You're mixing the elements. So everybody needs that impression bracelet. I absolutely love it. And people are always looking at our expressive zone. So they're watching our wrists and our fingers and all of that. So, man, give them something amazing to look at.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like lots of people have found us by now. So, welcome on, everybody. This is the, kind of our what we call the main event, but which is crazy because I know that you have all already seen so many incredible stories from our stylists of, all different parts of our team. You've seen so many amazing jewelry stylings. This is just kind of the what we call the main event because this event is almost over.
Yeah,
And
and because Michelle and I both have huge egos, so it's probably the least entertaining part of the whole entire mega party. But we call it the main event.
But we also call it the main event to let you know, like, we are deep into this now. And if you have not placed your order yet or any of the things that you plan to do, it's time to do so. So tonight, my name is, we should introduce ourselves. Some people just got here, but my name is Michelle Zito. I'm a company VP with Park Lane Jewelry. I get to work with Mary Grace Lewandowski, executive company VP, every single day for all these years that we've been working together. So amazing. And our whole team, Mary Grace's whole team, puts this event together so that we are able to spoil you with what we love to call a mega party. And Mary Grace does the spoiling of the spoilingest of the two major big grand prizes. Do you want to remind everybody what those are?
Yeah, so basically it's $2,000. So the first winner that gets arbitrarily picked from the ticket raffle will get to make the first choice. So you can have $1,000 in cash, which I'll just Venmo to you. It's immediate gratification. And then you could choose that, or you could choose $1,000 toward some sort of designer item. And it's something that it's really important to us, that you choose something for you. So you're going to have to do your homework, and you're going to have to actually, in fact, you should be thinking about it now, because you know you're going to win. One of you out there is going to win. Yeah. So maybe there's something there's just something you never in a million years. Michelle, I remember you telling me that you used to laugh and think, oh my gosh, I'll never. And then one day you're like walking down the street and you're like, I have my Louis Vuitton purse. I can't remember. Oh, I'm in my Mercedes. I have a Louis Vuitton purse. Like, who am I? You know,
who I am.
Yeah. So we want you to spoil yourself. So you're not allowed to put it towards a bill. You're not allowed to, give it to a child. It's something that we want you to do for yourself, and because you deserve nice things. And anyway,
tell us in the comments. Are you thinking purse? Are you thinking shoes? I feel like I would do shoes. Purse, shoes, scarf, jacket, vest. There's like so many things. There's just clothing pieces. Like, there's so many different things. But what we have for you tonight is a super fun, interactive game, if you will, that is just more opportunity to win some fun prizes while we show you some jewelry and share what we love about this business that we get to work every day so much. So I hope you're feeling creative and are ready to comment with a fast commenting finger.
Yes.
because what we're going to do.
And we pay attention to participation. So please participate. Yes.
We've got two teachers here, so get ready. All right, two former teachers. All right, so I'm going to say a letter of the alphabet. You're going to put into the comments real quick a place or an occasion that you'd wear jewelry that starts with that same letter. Okay, and then from all these different comments, we're going to be doing some prize winners. And along the way, we're going to share some jewelry pieces with you and some things we love about the business. So
let's just do one practice real quick. So if we said L, what would you put in the comments, Michelle? Where would you wear jewelry? Someplace that starts with an L. I would do library.
The library. That's a good one.
Okay. We don't know where.
I don't know why I can't think of a single place that starts with L.
Lots of places. So that's
all I
the
can
way
think
it
of now
works.
is I'm playing Clue, and I'm like, in the lounge. The lounge.
Oh, in the lounge. Yes, with Larry laying down.
All right. So are we ready for our first letter? All right. Where would you, what's a place or an occasion that you wear jewelry to? That's right. I could have thought of an occasion. That would have been different. That starts with the letter D. Go ahead and put it into the comments. Letter D.
Ooh, here they come.
And as you are answering, we are going to share with you
what D means to us.
Right. And that is the amazing deals that we have for you to shop here in this event and always at Park Lane.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mary Grace.
There's always a deal at Park Lane. The current deal for the purpose of this mega party is buy 2 for regular, get up to 4 for half. When your 2 least expensive items should be your 2 full price items, okay? We don't like to see you pay full price for anything more than like $20, $30, okay? And then when you spend $60 using the sale, you get to go back and pick any item you want, any item. And some of our items are, I don't know, I think the most expensive, 200 something for $35. So your most expensive item becomes your least expensive item in most cases. And now $100 item or less for free. So let me say it again because I feel like I tripped all over that. But the deal of the Mega Party is 2 for regular, 4 for half. Spend 60, get to add a $35 item, anything you want, and then an item valued at 100 or less for free. And we've been putting up like examples for you all along. Now, I do want to say about our deal too, that we always have a deal. Park Lane has an ongoing sale at all times. This is a particularly amazing one right now, but they have a sale at all times. And you know, Michelle, like I knew a lady that owned dress shops in San Francisco. She had 3 dress shops, and she said she just couldn't get over our deal. And she said, Mary Grace, when I put things on sale, what do you think was on sale? And I was like, the stuff nobody else wanted. You know, you always do this one, Michelle. The matching suit that came back with a size 2 top and 18, you know, bottom or something, you know.
The bathing suit with the lipstick mark.
Yes, yes. She goes, those are the things we usually put on sale. And she goes, I can't get over the fact that with your business, the minute, I mean, the brand newest stuff, like when our new catalog comes out, there will be a deal for customers. And there is a saying, there is a research shows that one of girls' favorite things to do is to share a deal with their friends. So like absolutely talk about this, share it. People will thank you for it, that we have this amazing deal here at Park Lane.
And I mean, it's so easy to do with this. If you were to purchase, let's say, our Denali bracelets, right? These are $62 all by themselves.
Right.
So if you're purchasing this on this Mega Party so that you get into all of these grand prize raffles, which in addition to those 2 grand prizes, include thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, thousands of dollars worth of additional designer purses, all kinds of things. What I love about having a set like the Denali bracelets is that not only can you wear them all together and get the look of a cuff bracelet, but also the flexibility to wear them mixed into other things. So even if you were to apply this sale all on its own, and you knew that by purchasing that $62 bracelet set, you were going to take, for your bonus item, you were going to take the $200 royal bracelet so that you could mix up an amazing mixed metal arm party look. And then on top of that, still take a piece up to $100 free. And now you're throwing on also your jewel bracelet that would have been $78 for free, finishing out that arm party. And you got this all for $62 plus $35. And now this entire arm party belongs to you. You can still pop on style drops. You can still add on deal of the days. That's amazing.
It is
deals.
And all of that for less than the price of the royal bracelet. Half.
Well, that for almost the price of just the jewel bracelet.
Yeah. It's
Go ahead, show another one. Show another example.
Okay, I will. But I do want to say one more thing about that Denali because it's so fun. It comes with 5. And people will sometimes split them up into 5 different gifts. You know how, you know, as girls, we're so like, we just get the biggest kick out of the littlest, dumbest things. At least I do. And it's like if you're in a wine club or a golf club, and everybody that you go to a wine club with, you give that bracelet. And every time you're all together, you're like, look, we have our matching bracelets. That's so fun. So people do things like that, like the friendship bracelet. Yeah. And it comes in the silver with the black, or the gold and silver mixed, gold and hematite, really. Look at the brightness of that. I love my Denalis, absolutely love them. Okay, I'm gonna do another one.
Okay.
This is Trudy. And Trudy comes in a matte gold finish or in this silver finish. You get 2 necklaces in one. And this is perfect for the current sale because it's either 62 or 64. I get a little mixed up, but someplace in there. And this
Okay.
is so incredibly on trend. I want to tell you a little story about it. First of all, the paperclip chain is where it's at. So you've got this big plate, you got this paperclip chain. You can wear them separately or together. And this particular link is referred to as a Gucci chain. You can kind of see that right there, a Gucci chain. I got such a kick out of this, you guys, because the Olympics, Summer Olympics, I'm not going to know the event, but a guy went running across the finish line getting number one, and he had this necklace on in the matte gold. And a couple people snapped pictures, and they thought it was like the original because this is designer inspired. No, I heard through the grapevine that his sister-in-law sells Park Lane. So we had a Park Laner's brother-in-law win in the Olympics wearing our Gucci chain. So you too could be an Olympic runner if you get this, okay?
That's
and
the
it's
closest
in this.
I'm ever going to be to an Olympian. That's it. That's it.
It's in that. It's all sweaty because I've been running so much when I wear it. It's in the $60 range, right there. So then it's like, hey, maybe I want to add the dragon fruit bracelets, which again, remember what I said about the Denali and how you can split them? This one has even more. I think there's 9 of them. Okay. So again, you can split them with friends and everything. It's called dragon fruit, goes right with our theme. So instead of 100 something, it's $35. And then you get to like pop on anything under $100 for free. And I think a really good choice would be the Viper. And I love the Viper because we in this business and anytime love value. That Park Lane is all about value. I love the fact that with Viper, you get 2 necklaces. They're herringbone chains. Each one has its own little delightful personality. They're very different. One is silver, one is gold. Okay. I really do find myself wearing these pretty often in some kind of necklace party or whatever. So that's just another example of something that you could do with our incredible deal. And really the only thing you paid for was the Olympic running Trudy necklace, and the others were incredible deals.
You're making you Olympians. Did you even know that you were going to have all these achievements just by coming to this event? Absolutely.
I know. This is why we're the main event. Because we are the best. All right, give me another letter.
All right, so let's do another letter. Yes, our next letter. And again, if you're just jumping on now, you're going to name a place or an occasion that you'd wear jewelry that starts with the letter B. Letter B. Go ahead and put it in the comments.
I wear it to a bar mitzvah or a baptism. I go to the bookstore. Barbecue. Yes. So, Bible study. Yes, bees are fun. But here in our world, we use a word called booking. It's kind of a different word, but really what it means is like when somebody like books their own party. And, back in the day, that meant definitely something, in-home party. We still do those. As a matter of fact, we love them. Okay. Most of them love them. Most of us absolutely love them. But it can be like, I always tell people not to overthink it, because when you book a show, it could be 2 or 3 people around a kitchen table. It could be meeting up at a wine bar and just, we bring our little rolls of jewelry. It can be personal appointments, private showings, but also so many different options like what we did here this week. You could do it on Zoom. You could do it on Facebook. There's all kinds of different options. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to get, because it's crazy when you book a show what Park Lane does for you. This should have gone in the deal letter too. It totally could have. But I do want to speak from my heart too. I can't see your little faces, but I feel like I know you, almost all of you. So many of you were there and sending nice messages when we have tragedy in our life, when we have great things happen. You're there for us all of the time. You don't know how important you are to us. And I think everybody wants to do things for other people, but they don't always know what the effect is. And like, of course, we want to give you free jewelry, but maybe you're like, I feel funny. I don't need free jewelry. I'll just buy my jewelry. Maybe you're crazy and that's how you think. But if you knew what you were doing for the person that invited you to this event, I think it would give you pause. Because when you have a show and you introduce us to your friends and family, and they bring guests sometimes too, and sometimes it's people you don't even know. You don't know, but you're going to in a second, what you have done for those of us out here running our small businesses. You have totally put us in front of new people, and you have changed the trajectory of our business. And we could, like, when I watch people come into a show, I think, I wonder what this person is going to become to me. I wonder if they're going to be a regular customer, if they'll be in my VIP group. I wonder if they're ever going to sell with me. I wonder if they're going to have their own show. And it's one of the most delightful parts of my business is how many people we get to meet. And every single one, almost without exception, has their mouth open when we talk about the deal that we just talked about, the sale. And then you're there as like the person that put them in front of that sale, and you're like, I know, right? So they will thank you for it. So don't be quick to say. I think sometimes it's so easy to just say, oh, I'm busy. It's like you take not even an hour of your life in some cases, and what you could do for the person that invited you here, we would be so incredibly thrilled if you would book your own party. And, you could do it soon. You could do it when the new book comes out. But either way, we would be incredibly, incredibly thrilled. And that's just the joy of it. That's the paycheck of the heart. But we are really good to you. Tell them what we do for them, Michelle.
I mean, what's still on your wish list, everyone? Because when it comes to like your wardrobe staples, things like your Chantel earrings, some of you have the gold ones. And then every time you go take out your Alexa necklace in silver, you're like, oh, I can't believe I still don't have those in silver. Some of you are, you've seen so many fantastic pieces over the course of this week where the willow bracelets come back out. And you're like, oh, I still haven't managed to get those off of my wish list. What is going on? I've placed so many orders. The Everest necklace, and you're like, wow, those natural stones. I forgot about that one. Like, there are still, how many of you, comment wish list if you still have quite a few things on your wish list? Because when you decide to host a show with your stylist of whatever kind of show you want to do with him or her, you're typically getting at least $400 plus in free and discounted jewelry. In fact, if you've hosted before and you remember what's the amount you've received, go ahead and put that in the comments. Give yourself a shout out, because I know that many of you out here have hosted a show with your stylist and you got an amount of jewelry that included a comma. You got $1,100 worth of jewelry.
Absolutely.
Worth of jewelry. And that's what Park Lane is providing you simply by hosting, because not only are you getting that free shopping spree part, the credit to shop with, you're also getting to take your high-end piece for $35, like that impression bracelet color that's still on your list.
Yeah.
And not have to do the $60 or $90 or whatever purchase. The hostess gets it. When you want to add style drops to your order or deal of the days to your order, including this like new one from today, you don't have to make the minimum purchase as the hostess. You just get to throw them on. When you've used up all of your credit, when you've used your thank you piece, you still get to add pieces on for half price if you want.
Yeah.
When your friends book from your show, you still get an additional special at every one of those parties too. It's
crazy. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It really does. I don't think I ever told you this, Michelle. I just was reminded of it. But one of my hostesses said, her stuff came and she had her boxes out on the dining room table. And her husband came in and he said, honey, don't you have to get that stuff to all those guests? And she goes, what stuff? And he goes, all those boxes on the dining room table, don't you have to deliver them to the guests from the show? And she goes, no, they all got their stuff directly. That's all mine.
That's all mine.
Yeah. He goes, oh, how much did you pay? The whole, I think it's their job to complain about what we spend, right? How much did that cost? And she's like, nothing. It was my free stuff. And he's like, I think you should have another party. So I love it. I absolutely love it. So
true.
It's a win-win, because you're not going to remember how delighted we were with you for hosting a party when you're getting all your free stuff. like,
and if you hosted multiple parties and you know, like, oh yeah, I always have my show with my stylist every December, every July, every May, every whatever it is, because you know, there's no limit to how many parties you can have. So some of you have a party every season, some of you have a party once a year, some of you just book anytime the wind makes
some
you.
people just go and collect 10 orders. They just go and collect 10 orders at a family party or something. And they're like, okay, give me my $400 free. That was easy. Yeah. So there's a lot of neat ways that you can do it. And your stylist will be happy to find what works best for you. But believe me, if you introduce us to one new person, that's a really big deal to us. And you know what, Michelle? I told you before we got on here that I'm going to do something a little bit extra. Okay. We're going to put up a thread. Remember when I used to call it strand? I never knew my words, but we're going to put up a thread, and it's going to be where we can indicate that somebody booked a show and we can tag you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour another $500 cash into this mega party. What I'm going to do is for every 5 bookings, I'm going to do a drawing and give somebody $100 in cash, somebody that booked the show. Okay. And I'm going to cap it at 500, which would be how many? 5 times 5, 25 bookings at least. Hopefully we go way over that. But I'd be looking for that thread. And in fact, put in the comments right now if you're already like, I'm in, I'm going to do it. Because just make our day.
Comment party and tag your stylist if you are feeling this right now. You're like, you know what? Yes, I am going to book. Maybe you already booked a few days ago and you just, you know, want to get your comment in there. Maybe you just decided just this second, you know what? Yes, I actually will have a party. But don't just comment party, tag your stylist, because there are already over 1,000 comments on this live right now. And we really, really need you to do the tag. In fact, we definitely also need you to send a message just in case. But we cannot wait to get that scheduled with you, because if you do it in these next couple of weeks, your friends are going to get to shop this same crazy sale with the 60 and the, you know, the $35 bonus item, the free item. If you wait beyond that, yes, you'll get the new collection. So your stylist can discuss what's going to be right for you and your guests based on what's happening right now. But why not get in on these raffles? Why not get in on that? And what, you know, so many of you posted all this time about how you love your stylist. That is the best way that you can show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. And, you know, every time people leave my shows too, they say, you know, this was really awesome. I forgot how much I missed being with people. You know, I mean, it's even in the Bible that women have a need to be together. People, there's a need. The most introverted people in the world need to interact with other people, or it's not good for your health. You know, you have to interact with other people. We are social beings, you know, and it's always good to have an excuse to get together, something like this. And people playing in jewelry. It's just, this is going to sound really dramatic, but it's true. One of the things I love most about my job is the way it brings together the generations too. So I have had 4 generations at a show, and all of them, from the littlest girl to the oldest grandma, they all have absolute delight in trying on jewelry and going, woo!
So true.
It's super, super fun. Okay, should we do another letter?
Let's do another letter. All right. So our next letter, tell us a place or an occasion that you'd wear jewelry that starts with the letter C. Go ahead and let us know a place or an occasion that you'd wear jewelry that starts with the letter C.
I'm going with cafe or coffee date.
Sure.
I'm not supposed to really be playing. I'm supposed to be working. Sorry, guys.
No, you're just giving away answers.
Okay. So I'm never answering again. I will tell you what the C here at Park Lane stands for, though. Charity.
Tell us your favorite charity in the comments.
Yes.
Because I'm not sure you all knew that you can actually help your favorite charity here at Park Lane.
Yeah. We give back 50%, 50%, or your stylist might have another special way to do it. depending on the nature of the charity, you know. So talk to her about it. But the 50% is huge, you guys. So I did a one for the ALS, and it was smaller. There was only 25 people there. It was just a certain building in St. Louis dedicated to it. And at the end of that party, I was able to give them like a couple $1,000s or something. And they said, "Do you know that we do Jeans Friday? Have you ever heard of such a thing? Like they pay to wear jeans on a Friday, and what
Okay,
they pay go, yeah." And they said, "You just in this, we were here for an hour, and we collected more in this hour than we do like in like a whole couple years of the Jean
Wow.
Friday thing." So 50% back is absolutely huge, and the people are like knowing that, oh, if I buy the Trudy necklace for 64, $32 is going to the charity. It's like they're not paying any more for the piece than they would have, you know. So it's very justifiable. It's really, really cool.
Looking at an arm party like this, it's like, oh, so if someone bought this arm party, it's the same as making a $50 donation to that local animal rescue or to that cause. You know, what is the cause that's near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, and sometimes they're smaller. You know, it could be like a lot of times like what do they call them when they're not like varsity sports, but like a club. So maybe your kid's in wrestling or band, and it's a club, and you have to do your own fundraising. I mean, it's perfect. They absolutely love it. You just have a jewelry show, and 50% goes back to the child's thing.
I mean, my son's girlfriend was at the time a college cheerleader, and they were going to nationals, and just from doing impression earrings, we didn't even do the whole catalog. We did just impression earrings, and each girl sold, I forget if it was 10 or 20 pairs. I think it was each cheerleader sold 10 pairs. And then we also let them shop the rest of the catalog, of course, but we were marketing the earrings only. They earned $7,000 for their trip to nationals in Florida from Scranton University. So it's something that we would love to talk to you about. Yeah. So please message your stylist what your favorite charities are, and let's get this going. Because if you don't want the regular party, or even if you do, you can do a fundraiser, and that is a spectacular way to have a party, but also, do good in the world. Yeah, it's another way to book a show, and all those wonderful things I said about all of you and how you influence us. That counts when you have fundraiser show too. So. We love it. It makes you like a double good person. Like you get a halo at the end of it because you helped us and you helped a charity. So fun. All right. We're going to do a quick letter S. What's a place or an occasion you'd wear jewelry that starts with the letter S? I'm not playing this time. I got in trouble. I think S stands for Sparkle Box. That's exactly what we're going to share with you. Now, we know Joy did an entire live on the Sparkle Box. We just wanted to kind of bring it back in case you forgot, since now that live was several days ago. Yes. If you did not see that full and complete styling, remember, these are month to month. So if you want to get in on this month's Sparkle Box, June's almost over. The time is now. For $39, you're getting a complete look. And if you're somebody that, I just want to put the look on, like if you're somebody who would go to a store and say, I want the look on the mannequin, that's what a Sparkle Box subscription does for you. It allows you to shop the look on the mannequin. You don't have to wonder if it goes together, figure out if it goes together, figure out what else it goes with. You will. Ridiculously inexpensive. You don't have to. Ridiculous. Right? $39 for 2 items. $160 worth of jewelry. Yeah. So every month we want to get you in on this. It also gives you a lift to get something fun in the mail every month. And it keeps you on trend because they always go with the season, which makes sense. And it's a wonderful gift to give. And I know Joy said bunches of this stuff, but truly imagine, it's a one-upper gift, I call it. Because, people are going to talk about it. Do you know what so-and-so got me? Every month. For 3 months, I got jewelry. So it's the gift that keeps on giving, or every month for a year, I got jewelry. Isn't that a fun gift? I mean, speaking of fruit, if you've ever sent anybody an edible arrangement, even if you start at the one that says it's $50, somehow it's still 80 or plus dollars when all said and done, typically closer to 100 between the fees, the delivery, the this, the that. Meanwhile, a 3-month Sparklebox subscription isn't gone or rotten in 3 days.
No.
It's 3 months worth of jewelry. So for that 50th birthday party, for that 65th, for that retirement of, the fellow teacher or whatever, this is the gift. That's the gift.
It's really fun. I love to give them for gifts. I love to.
All right. How about letter F? What's a place or an occasion that you would wear jewelry that starts with the letter F?
And be respectful.
We have quite a few things that we love about Park Lane that starts with the letter F. You want to start with one of them?
Well, yeah, basically it's free. We have so many opportunities to earn and give things for free.
Whose favorite price is free? If your comment free if your favorite price is free of anything.
My favorite price is free. People don't even ever. Right now we're doing a free item at $60 and a $35 item, and then free. So we love free. I love the fact, and I don't think we talk about it enough, is that we are able to earn over $1,000 in free jewelry every single month. So like, I don't know, I've been here 15 years. I think it's my 15th anniversary in a couple weeks here at Park Lane. What's 1,000 times 12 is $12,000 in jewelry a year times 15 years. That is how much jewelry I've, and more than that because of other things that they do.
Right.
But free. And I feel like if you're a jewelry buyer, just imagine if you could make money while you're selling jewelry, but you also could, in addition to that, earn free jewelry every single month. And my husband, God bless him, one time he goes, Mary Grace, he said, obviously we're thrilled with the income and the perks that you get here. He goes, but we can't really even put a price on how much of our shopping is free now that used to come out of the budget, so birthdays and first communions and confirmations and all of that free. Incentives, if I want to build my business in any special way, free. So that's one example, is that we earn a lot of free jewelry as reps here at Park Lane. We can have free cars. We can drive a Mercedes, or we can just take money to put towards the current car we have or any car we want. But every single month.
What came up in Facebook memories the other day? The reason I grabbed this, by the way, is because in the free jewelry, each month it's jewelry we pick, but then also a piece that's upcoming. And how many of you did buy a Zelda? Because this is actually one of my favorite necklaces, but this was a piece about 2 months ago. So a whole bunch of us did not have to purchase this because we had earned it in rich rewards. But what came up in my Facebook memories just yesterday was for a while with my free Mercedes car program, I just kept the $500 and paid the current car payment we had, like you said. Then we used it to actually get a boat, and we used it to be boaters again. And we got a boat and we used it for that. And then we switched over to that. We did need a third car because we had another driver in the house. So then I actually did get the Mercedes. So it's so fun to see the evolution of how you can use these bonuses. And that free Mercedes to me has been a Honda Pilot, it's been a boat, and a GLC 300 Mercedes.
Yeah, so cool. And I'm on my third Mercedes.
Me too.
On my third Mercedes. And it is really cool. And people will be like, ooh, Mercedes. And I'm like, it's even better because it's free. And they're like, what? So that is like an extra perk here at Park Lane that we absolutely love. I was listening to talk radio once, and there was a financial guru guy talking. And he's talking about paying down debt and stuff like that. And he said, just imagine if every dollar you earned was just your money. You didn't owe it to anybody. It's just your money. And that's the kind of freedom and the kind of free life that we can have here at Park Lane because we're able to do so many things like that. And every time week when we get paid, we do feel like it's like our money, it's like we are free. Debt
What else,
free is another
you know
thing.
what
Yes.
else is coming up free? Our trip to Cancun. Our free trip to Cancun is coming up. And thank you to all of you that have purchased or booked a show with your stylist in these last few months that earned this trip, because you were a part of that person
Yes.
that earned that trip. In fact, every speaker that you've heard from in this event is a trip achiever.
Yes.
So if you are a customer of that stylist, and so did others, not just them, especially over the course of a year, we earn 2 free vacations every year.
2 trips a year.
And this is why, of course, this is why we accessorize even our t-shirts. What a big difference
Absolutely.
by itself, or when we pop that Cove necklace on.
And in the next couple of weeks, they will be letting us know where so we're going to Switzerland in August, and then we're going to Cancun September or something like that. But then they will announce in the next couple of weeks where the next trip contest is. And when you have a show, you are helping your rep earn towards that trip. Or you might decide to join our team, which we would love, and you can come and earn that free trip. So yes, they're free, and we get awful spoiled with those free trips. I don't know if I told you, Michelle, or anybody, or thousands of people watching, but I was out to dinner with there's a couple widows that I've have dinner with once a month, and they're talking about how family vacations can be just different now, obviously difficult, whatever. And they go, "Are you doing anything this summer, Mary Grace?" I go, "No." And then I go, "Oh, well, Switzerland." And they go, "Oh, well, Switzerland," and I felt really bratty. I didn't mean to come out that way, but because it's free, sometimes you don't feel like, it's not a vacation you're planning or anything. It's just a vacation you earned. So yes, my husband and I truly, neither of us had ever been to Europe before Park Lane. And we were able to travel, not just us, but we were able on many other instances to bring along all 4 of our kids have been to Europe. And my one grandson has been to Europe. And this is a life, like when you said about your Louis and you were in the car and you're like, "Look at me," that we would have to shake ourselves, because that was never going to be something that we were going to justify out of our own budget. Ever. So think about this, you guys, because we're talking about free. These are perks that go with the job as we're earning the money. And that's why it feels so freeing, because a lot of times people work and save to go on vacation, or they work and save to buy presents for people, or they work and save to get a car. These are things that are extraneous. Like, we're getting these in addition to our weekly paychecks. So it's pretty amazing.
It really is. You know what? When each of you send your wish list over to your stylist, think big. It's not only your jewelry wish list that we're looking for. If you want to put any kind of questions on your wish list about the jewelry or about the business or anything like that, always put that on your wish list. Because if you wish that you could be on free vacations with us, put that on your wish list. If you wish that you could be part of the Mercedes car program, if you wish that your whole wish list that you're sending over your stylist could be free, tell us that, because we're going to let you know, well, if you had a show with 10 orders on it, this whole wish list would be free. If you decided to join now, your whatever color impression bracelet would be free in your kit that we have right now with that extra bonus. So you don't have to limit your wish list to a list of jewelry. Tell us what you actually wish. What's your heart's wish? What's what are all of those wishes? Because remember, we do have right now the wish list raffle. where you're going to send your wish list to your stylist and you're going to be entered to win a Tarte bracelet.
Yes, I
And
have one of mine on. Yay.
yes, I mean, this is just, and I love arm parties that have little things hanging, and that's why I love to hold it like this, because I love the way the pearls, the cherries, and then the little star from the McKenna looks.
Yeah. Well, charms are in, and jewelry is the #1 conversation starter in the world. This necklace that I have on is called Story, and it's got the beaded, the natural beads, and then it's got the little stamped butterfly, and this little charm is removable. Well, the reason that these are so popular right now, the beaded necklaces, is really it was kind of still a hangover from COVID when we couldn't go anywhere and we missed our vacation. So through our accessories, we were bringing the vacations home. The one that you had on that Cancun T-shirt, that's like a like little shells, right? Like that look is in all the time, not just for summer, but extremely in because of that need to bring the vacation into our homes that started then. Also, like this, the Brinley, this is an amazing cart starter or deal unlocker. This is exactly $30 full price. And I just wanted to point out that it's freshwater pearls. Well, the freshwater pearl is far more popular than the cultured pearl in today's world because we're embracing our differences. We're acknowledging the fact that we're all different, or we all have little flaws that make us who we are, and we're showing that through fashion. So I love to just talk about how very often fashion incorporates some of the beliefs and things and I don't know, what am I trying to say, attitudes that are out there in the world. In the same way, the sterling, the hammered metal is so popular because again, it's not perfect. We're looking for things that are a little bit different. And you can see in that sterling, this incorporates actually a lot of the trends, the heart, because storytelling continues to be big. The butterflies and hearts are huge because of the symbolism that they have attached to them. And people are literally wearing their heart on their sleeve. So yes, butterflies, hearts, any kind of whimsy. Those are things with religious significance, things with birthstone colors or whatever. All of those are big in storytelling, and your jewelry can do a lot of that storytelling for you. So F is for free, and we love to sell to you, but we love to give you things for free.
That's our favorite. Well, that brings us to our final letter. Are we ready, everyone? How about letter U? Letter U.
That's going to be a hard one to think of where we can wear a jewelry that starts with U. I'm not saying a word because I can't give the answers. Okay, so Michelle mentioned earlier that we're both ex-teachers. She was history, I was English. You wouldn't know it because we had a little argument over this, not really. But U stands for you. And yes, I know how to spell you, Y-O-U. But U stands for you because all we're missing is you. We are missing you on our calendars for having a show. We are missing you as joining our team. We love you for being part of this mega party and for helping us to grow our businesses. We wouldn't be anything without you. That's the absolute truth. So please put in the comments why you love me. No, I'm just kidding. We love you. And we are so incredibly grateful. Whether you came and just sat and listened and picked up some wonderful fashion tips, if you placed an order with your stylist, if you were able to have a show, so thrilled. And if you decide to give it a try and join our team, successful people lean in. They don't overthink things. I saw a quote today in a book I was reading. It said, worry takes away today's strength. Because you're worrying about something that might not even happen, and people get worried. They're like, but what if this, but what if this, but what if this, and it's like, just do it. It'll be over before you know it, and you'll be so glad you did it. So You are the reason that we're all here, and we can't wait to give away thousands and thousands of dollars in purses and cash and jewelry and all of the wonderful things that you're all going for. So grab yourself some extra orders and stuff, book a show, join our team, get as many tickets as you can because we want to spoil you.
Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
Thanks for joining. Bye,
much for joining
everybody.
us. Bye, everyone.
Miss you.